Hi, it's Aubrey with Tabitha. Thank you for continuing to get to know GracePointe. And today we have a very special guest, the administrator of GracePointe by Tabitha Assisted Living and Memory Care Suites, Megan Novell. So as we kind of kick off our conversation, I would love for you just to tell us about you.
I was born and raised Nebraska, small town Nebraska girl. I did leave for a short period of time, but we decided to come back to Nebraska to raise our family. So I have a great husband of 16 years, two very ornery boys, one's in elementary school, one's in middle school, and I just recently gave in to getting a little puppy, so we have a baby in the household also.
So you mentioned coming back to Nebraska. I know that you left for a little bit. And I know that when you came back to Nebraska, you really chose Tabitha as a place that you wanted to be. And so I would like to know why. Tell us why you chose Tabitha, why GracePointe.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to work for a community that was very mission-driven, faith-based nonprofit, and I felt very at home at that community. So it was really important when I came back to Nebraska that I wanted to find that home also for myself, and so Tabitha was a great fit for that.
Very good. Well, thank you for choosing us. We're so lucky to have you. Kind of taking a step back a little bit. You chose to be in the senior care, senior living community a long time ago, prior to joining us here at Tabitha. Walk me through how you came to realize this was your place.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know that this was the field that I wanted to be in right away. My mom did, so moms always know best on that.
Yeah.
I was a very shy kid, but when I would visit family members at communities growing up, I had a very comfort talking to those seniors at those communities. So in college, I had the opportunity to take a class that had a gal from one of the local retirement communities taking that class along with us. And she needed a partner, so we became partners for one of our projects, and that's where it kind of kicked off that I was very interested in working with seniors.
So probably like you, we both talk to a lot of seniors and families every day, and one of the questions that I get a lot, and I'm assuming that you get a lot too, is really, what is assisted living, and how do I know if I'm ready, if my parents are ready, and how is it different than a nursing home?
The great thing about assisted living is it can be for lots of different people depending on where they're at with their aging path. You might have the very independent senior who really just simply wants to know that there's someone here and available for them if they need assistance with anything, or may no longer want to do those chores in your household anymore. Maybe they're no longer wanting to make their own meals or take care of that yard, that type of thing. A lot of them just simply want that socialization in an assisted living. But we also may serve the seniors who are no longer able to be in their own home anymore. Maybe they're needing some additional services such as helping with showering or medication management or helping with dressing, and we can serve those seniors also.
That's great. We know that we can do those things here for the residents at GracePointe. What else? What makes this place really great? Why did you choose to be here? Why are these residents choosing to be here?
Yeah, so Tabitha is a wonderful company that has been around for over 130 years serving the community. Some of the uniqueness of GracePointe is the way our building is even set up. The residents have the opportunity to have a dining room on their own floor versus having to go to another floor. We have apartments that have full kitchens in them for those who love to still cook and bake and that type of thing. But honestly, I think the uniqueness really comes from the seniors that choose to call GracePointe home.
What would you say is the most unique thing about GracePointe?
Yeah, so I would say it's just the feeling when you walk inside the door. There's always things going on. There might be exercise down one hallway, or they may be doing manicures down the other hallway. But when you walk in, we hear from a lot of people just the calmness of the building. And so I think that's where it brings that home-like feeling, where you come in and you're very comfortable coming in. Even though there are those many things going on, you can have that sense of calmness and quietness to your home.
No, I think that's great. It definitely speaks to the culture here. You and I were visiting earlier today about wishing we had half the lives that some of these seniors have led.
Absolutely. I have a long ways to go to fill the shoes of many of these seniors with all the amazing accomplishments and things that they have done in their lifetime. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Megan, thank you for spending some time with us today. More importantly, thank you for serving Tabitha. Thank you for joining us on another edition of Get to Know GracePointe, and tune in next week to learn more. Bye-bye.